I guess they're gonna start when the SRL stuff is telling them to. Is it? Oh, and it
Nice.
just started. Wonderful. So, it's two VC players, right?
Yes. Wait, no. It's Smokers on N64. At least
Oh,
he's doing the bombs early route, and Brad is on VC. So it's gonna
okay.
be
So two different routes, and yeah, especially on the escape. So we're gonna see Brad getting sword and shield, and we're going to see Smoker collect probably one stick, I would say, and
yeah, I
five.
think so. Stick 'em nuts.
But I guess he's not going for grabbing two sticks. I wouldn't in a race at least.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Especially like if you're not really good at West Escape, tend to lose more than gain in race settings, especially with all
Yeah.
the nerves in the back.
Yeah, I guess it's a hard one to have consistent for races and stuff. It's not very safe for not that much time.
Exactly.
So we're having Brad with like a couple seconds earlier, as we can see on the texts. He's been talking
Yep.
to the Deku a little earlier.
Yeah, and he'll actually be leaving Link's house a little earlier too because of the lag.
Oh yeah, that's true. N64 usually leaves Link's house around 2:58, 2:57,
Yep. 258.
and I believe it's like 4 or 5 seconds faster on Wii Virtual Console.
Yes, on Wii VC, I believe it's 252. If I'm not mistaken. I think it's I'm pretty sure it's 252.
That's a lot for just an intro cutscene.
Yeah, it's crazy how much time VC makes up on N64 just because of lag, but luckily in this route, pretty much even because of all the strats that are employed. A lot of the N64 strats are faster than the VC ones, so it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's true. The comparison between Wii Virtual Console and Nintendo 64 in this category is still very blurry somehow because things have been timed and then changed and then timed and then changed. And at the moment, I think we cannot really say which is faster. We consider that Nintendo 64 has faster strats, but then we also know that a lot of lag is caused, and Wii Virtual Console actually manages to get back from it.
Absolutely, especially later on in the just the Ganon fight alone, it's like 25 seconds or something. But just want to talk about the category. So this is no item manipulation, no wrong warp. So no item wrong warp is the short version of that. Item manipulation encompasses three tricks. Um, the first one is RBA, second is BA, and third is get item delay. And then wrong warps, of course, broken glitch that transports you from point A to point B, clear across the map in a different dungeon. Super broken, so that's also gone. So
Yeah, so mostly the runners cannot modify the memory of the game to actually get access to more explosives or to actually grab the medallions for nothing. They will have to defeat the boss, and then when the blue warp appears, they cannot have fun with it and try to get somewhere else. They actually have to watch the cutscene to get the medallion.
that's correct.
So
Yep.
yeah, that's basically what the restriction is going to do. So as expected, Smoker is going into the shop with 25, so he's going to get one stick and 5 nuts. And we can see Brad just getting out of the little maze where he just got the sword. He's now going to try to collect 40 rupees so that he can buy the shield. And there's a funny trick that's going to come up where he's going to try to climb on the bridge. Right here.
This is frame perfect. Gets it first try. Nice.
Very well done. Okay, so we see Smoker going back to a crawl space. So the actual reason for Nintendo 64 is that Nintendo 64 can run on the first version of the game, which had a lot of glitches related to crawl spaces and pulling back items. So right now, his camera is blocked, and you can see on the mini map that the yellow cursor that represents Link is actually moving, and he's going to be moving to the exit where the guard is not loaded. You can see the guard on Brad's game feed, and he got through the guard by actually getting a recoil with the sword and then talking to the guard while being quite inside of him, and then got through.
Yep, and that's just one of the major differences between the two versions of the game. We'll be seeing a lot more. That's called escape, so pretty solid escape for both players. 504 escape for Smoker, which is pretty good on N64, and 512 is actually really good for VC. I think that's only 6 seconds off the best ever, so that's really good.
So we could probably consider that at the very moment, Brad started a little bit faster than Smoker did.
Yeah, I agree.
So they're both grabbing the ocarina that Saria is going to give to them.
Yep,
And then
we'll
as
be
soon
seeing
as
that later.
they leave this place, they enter the first place that the day and night cycle is going to start. So as soon as they step into Hyrule Field, then day and night starts to run, which will be kind of important because they have to enter the castle in like 10 minutes, and they need to enter it as soon as the day comes in. Is Brad skipping the owls? No. Okay.
No, I honestly haven't really seen Brad do too many runs recently, so he might not have practiced that up.
Yeah, his PB is probably like a year old or so, right?
Yeah, his PB is pretty old. I'm not even sure if it has a new boat skip, but we'll see.
I'm not shutting
Oh,
down
okay.
the
117 without new boat skip.
have
That's
any
nuts.
Yeah, it's sick. It's a really good time.
It would just be very.
All right,
It's
so
May of last year?
yeah, May of last year according to Valiant Link. So that's actually depending on when in May, because the new boat skip was found April 27th of last year. So he must have just learned it and then employed the strat and got a PB.
Okay, so we just seen Brad equipping Ocarina during the jump slash, which usually makes the West kind of easy, but I don't think he needs that.
I also didn't.
And they both
skipping
enter
in the
CAC.
Shadow Temple or Dodongo.
So Smoker couldn't do the same slide that Brad just did because he only has one stick left, and he is going to need it so that he can grab the shoes. Okay, it seems like Smoker is going to be waiting for Navi, and we see Brad using ISG and enraging the Kukos, so we know that if we hit the Kukos too many times, then they get enraged. But during this cutscene, this mini enraging cutscene, then Link can actually sink to the very bottom of the well and enter this place, which would be kind of an semi-endgame place otherwise.
Wait, what was I doing that shit for?
Oh, couldn't get ISG with the pot, so he's probably going to get it a little later. And on the left side, we're going to see Smoker use a very, very different technique, once again with a crawl space glitch, which is 1.0 exclusive.
This could be fucked.
And he gets through the ground, and that should work fine. Okay, now he's going to try to swim up while Brad is actually doing Ocarina Dive.
Very nice, first try.
And on the fast cycle, because he was actually waiting for that, do we call it a bubble?
Yeah, bubble.
And if you actually miss the bubble once, then you have to wait for it to do the whole round. And it takes around 20 seconds, which is really slow. Oh, the swim is going wrong. Brad
That's
losing a
not
little
good.
bit here.
Yeah, actually Smoker failed it once too, so it's not too much lost for Brad, just comparing runs.
Okay, he got unlocked in the corner this time. And getting shoes.
Okay, let's turn my mic off then.
Yeah, so Brad is not using the fairly new strats of like getting some damages in bottom of the well and then using the skeletons and such. Oh, he tried a backflip too early, but the camera wasn't completely panned behind Link, so we saw just a little weird side hop on Brad's side. Willing to go too fast. Oh, and
no.
Smoker just missed the owl skip by targeting the sign.
Yep. Let's see if
So
he can still get
technically,
there.
he was supposed to target the sign, and while he is targeting the sign, he can actually walk into the, how can we call that, a hit zone of the owl, so that the owl is actually not going to talk to him, as Brad just did. And apparently the target went away. Did he miss Day-Night Cycle?
He missed it. Yeah, unfortunately, he's gonna have
Oh,
to
he loaded the bridge.
wait like a minute and a half. Yeah, it's too bad.
So that's going to be a big loss on Smoker's side, sadly. And we can see Brad going through it just fine. That's a brutal time loss really early in the run.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worser things that can happen to you, besides failing damage bomb boost, which we'll see in a little bit.
Okay, so Brad now has 80 rupees, so that's the amount that he wants to be able to buy the Hylian shield at the bazaar. So right now his rupee route is set. And he's gonna go and set his damage, usually to 1 heart. I don't think there's any good safety strat to actually not damage down to 1 heart. Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, generally it's better to just do whatever you have to do to get back to 1 heart, anyways.
Oh, Smoker starting to swim. Losing a little more.
Oh no. This is...
So on Brad's side, we're going to see how the day-night cycle actually was manipulated, we could say. But right now, he's going to be close to entering the courtyard, and the courtyard is only accessible during the day. Well, you can get there during night, but the guards will stop you at the entrance. So he wants to get there by day, and it was just the end of the night right here. Oh, and he gets the damage boost, really nice. With a side hop that we don't see often. And now comes the guards. Smoker is gonna be doing the first guards during the day, so he might not be able to use the same path as Brad did.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do the seam walk. Unless he waits.
We just seen Brad going really safe on those guards. Oh, is he gonna go right now?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, let's...
Yeah, it was...
But it was fairly good on his side. Okay, so Brad getting to Zelda first, and we're seeing... So, does he know how to do the seam walk? No, it looks like he's just gonna go rolling. I think that's the safest. I completely agree. As long as you don't get caught doing that.
Yep, he should be good now. Just back walking over to the little brick path over here. There we...
So the necessity to actually go there and talk to Zelda as Child Link is because of a song that you learn right after, and this song actually makes you able to grab magic, which is going to be really important for the rest of the run. It is something that is due to having the restriction of not using item manipulations or wrong warps, and this makes you have to fight Ganondorf, and Ganondorf can only be defeated with light arrows, so you actually need magic for that, and for magic, you need Zelda's Lullaby. So that's why they're going to have to digest quite a bit of cutscene right now, just to set up everything so that they can boost faster when they get to adult.
Let's see how Smoker's guard patterns are here.
It's looking pretty good right now. Didn't have to wait here.
I like the strat when you like just continue to backwalk from the sidewalks or side hops. I
Grab
never
his
thought about
angle
that.
from the wall.
Yeah, that was really smart.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I had never seen it.
Yep, me neither until recently, actually. I was watching somebody else do a race. Alright, so 15, what was it? 15:45?
Yeah, that was something like that. So that it looks like 2 minutes, but if I remember correctly, N64 should be a bit faster at Zelda. So yeah, we have like Smoker being something like 2 minute-ish late. But anything could happen, to be honest. Just void at Dampe and it's back.
Nice. So we only have like one big trick left here. Assuming, okay, so 2 tricks left. ZL cutscene skip, which Brad's about to do, and dot skip, and then we're off to adult. So should be fun.
So they're both going to skip this cutscene and grab the Zelda Lullaby, but in different ways, because Brad was having a shield, so he can actually use his shield to get damage and get recall backward into the cutscene at the same time. But on Smoker's side, he's not going to have any shield, so he can't do that, so he's just going to be sidewalking with a chew over his head, and very well timed, it will kill him on the first frame of the cutscene. You want Link to die on the first frame of the cutscene because it's going to propose you to save, and on the first frame you actually get the reward. So he's gonna have the Zelda Lullaby, be able to save, continue, and then just go on without watching the cutscene.
Yeah, that specific cutscene skip, I believe, saves like 1 minute and 15 seconds too, so it's pretty considerable amount of time. I know for N64, what is it, like a 3-frame window, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, it's
So
3 or 4, I don't remember, to press right.
Yeah. So it's lenient, but it's not. So I mean, there is a chance to fail it, especially if you do it unbuffered. So let's see if he does it buffered or not. I usually buffer this personally, just because if I can one pause it, it's better than losing 1.5 minutes.
True that. And Brad just went through dot skip with sword and shield, which is also different than what Smoker is going to be doing, because he can actually use his sword inside of the Temple of Time. So we've seen him get through the Door of Time with a jump slash. So he just side hop into a little corner that makes Link go out of bound, and then as soon as he's out of bound, he's gonna jump slash back in and be able to side hop. So here's the skip on Smoker's side. I think this frame is good.
That's a good pause, yeah. You should be good to go here. So
Nice.
Smoker is going to have to do dot skip. It's going to be frame perfect for him since he has to target a wall out of bounds in order to actually get the clip, or in order to clip back inside bounds on the other side of the wall. So the trick's a little bit more difficult for him, but let's see if I mean, you can pause it. Usually people do pause, or at least try to one pause, just for safety's sake.
I would be surprised if he doesn't buffer it during a race.
Yeah. Me too, actually.
But yeah, it's the exact same side hop that's going to get you into the little crack of the wall, but sadly you're not really parallel to that little crack, so when you don't have a sword to actually jump slash and get forward back in bounds, what you're going to do is, as soon as you clip out, you're going to hit Z. There's only one frame you can do that. And it's going to target the side of the door, and it's going to make Link parallel to it, and it's also going to make the momentum parallel to it. So Link is going to stutter slowly to the left and be able to cross the door of time. So it's going to be on Smoker's screen in just a couple seconds.
Yep. Let's see how this goes, because if you fail this and you get the long void, that's like 20 seconds lost. If you get the fast void, it's like 14 seconds, but let's see. All right, he's buffering. That's smart.
Okay, it's next frame. Oh, it's this one.
Nice.
Perfect.
He gets it. Nice. Very cool. So, both players now entering into the adult section, which is where the fun begins. They have different versions, so they're going to be doing different versions of the route. Smoker's going to be heading over to Dongo's Cavern to pick up bombs afterwards, and then get Minuet, and then head over to Hookshot afterwards. And Brad is just going to go straight to get the Hookshot and do Shadow Temple, and then he'll go get bombs afterwards and magic the Minuet.
Yeah, which will make him spend a little bit more bomb chews than Smoker is able to, because Smoker will have gotten bombs at the time that he gets into Shadow Temple, so he's going to be able to do the explosive tricks of Shadow Temple without bomb chews. In this category, it's really important because you cannot manipulate items, so you cannot really get yourself a fresh stack of bomb chews. So you really want to save them, and especially, I think both of them are going for Spirit Hover, right?
Yes, I believe so. Definitely Brad's going. I believe Smoker does Spirit Hover as well.
Yeah, he was
on
practicing it
N64.
just before the race, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for it.
Good, yeah. I was about to say on N64 you can actually do another trick called Spirit Jump if you'd like, because of the day and night cycle normally, but he did fall earlier before, so I'm not really sure if he'll be entering Colossus at nighttime as a result. So it might just be faster to do the Spirit Hover anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he would be going for a Spirit Jump. I mean, storing the Skulltula and getting the jump to the Arch is fairly difficult, but it's doable. But then the Super Slide, getting to the scene without ISG, is very tricky. Like, you don't want to miss that, and it loses a lot of time. So I think they're both going for Spirit Hover, and they basically need Choose.
Oh yeah, they both need Choose. So if everything goes right for Brad, when he gets to Spirit Hover, he should have 4 Choose left. Pretty sure it's 4, and Smoker should have 5. It just sort of depends on what Shadow BK skip Smoker does, if he chooses to do bomb or chooses to do Choose. So
yeah, it's true. He'll have bombs, so he could spare Chew, but there's a big tendency of people to be used to doing it with Chews. So sometimes we just see people having bombs and still go for a Chew BK skip.
Yep.
But we'll see that.
Well, I usually do use Chew myself. Well, I think a lot of people find it easier, and the fact that you don't take damage is also a determining factor.
Sure. Yeah, it's true. Some setups with Chew don't take damage. That's what you get. So Brad is not going for any Hess, I guess. He doesn't even have Chew's equipped right now. Because, yeah, so you want to keep your Chews for later, but you basically need to consider that they represent a 4-second save over bombs later in the run. So if you can use them to your advantage and save more than 4, then it would be viable. Hey, Andy. Okay, so we have the first Dampe race, so Brad is going to race Dampe through this maze and trying to dodge flames.
Oh no, that's not good. No. Probably a 48 still though. Yeah, that should be a 48. $49 now.
Yeah, that flame was really scary because so there are little
51 now.
little spots that Stampy actually closes doors, and if you get through the door and actually get pushed back by flames or by whatsoever, or get crushed by the door, then it will void you back to the beginning of the race. So there was a really scary flame on Brad's side.
Yeah, that's always never fun. Just instantly shatters your heart. Lose like 40 seconds. It's not fun. Well, I guess it would depend on where you get crushed, right? Like the absolute worst is when you're going up the like rotating hill at the very end, and then you jump off by mistake. That's the worst. That's actually happened to me a couple times, and I instantly reset.
It feels really bad because it's not supposed to be complicated. Like it's supposed to be joystick angle, so we should be able to get used to it. But it keeps happening.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay, so here on Smoker Screen, we're going to see how he changes his route from what Brad is doing. Brad is making his way to Shadow Temple with a trick called hookshot jump. Is it a hookshot jump? It is, right?
Yep. Exactly. Hookshot jump. It's 2 frames.
And thanks Rosewater for the hookshot jump.
Oh yeah.
Which is basically using a bonk state to. Oh my God, is he locked?
He's locked. Yeah. He gets the side hop though. That's jeez, that's terrifying.
So he's using ISG, so the infinite sword glitch, to actually not be able to fall or slide down some steep platforms. But what happened there is that he was so much supposed to fall that the game decided to lock him in the air as if he was hovering. And in that case, you kind of need to bet on a side hop or a backflip or whatsoever that is jumpy to get you out of there. And it could lose a lot of time if you actually fall completely. So we have Smoker that... Oh, he just missed the cycle in the Dongo's Cavern. So he's going to be going to grab the bombs. The Dongo Cavern is usually a dungeon for Child Link. Oh, he got the frame.
Oh, he gets the swag backflip. Oh my God.
I think that's the first time I see it really in runs or race. That's crazy.
It's nice.
And while Brad just defeated Dead Hand and is now grabbing the hover boots. And he's really close to his own personal best, like 10 seconds away. So yeah, the Dongo Cavern is usually a child dungeon, so what they did is that they made some kind of a step that is too big for Child Lang to climb up, and they put a really important switch just there. So what you can do if you show up being Adult Link is just climb that little thingy and hit the switch, and you'll have skipped half of the dungeon. So boat skip going for Brad. So now he is in the room that has the big door that you should need the boss key to open, but this room is unloaded. And what is this setup? Oh, it's the 2/ setup. And now he's going to do a trick with a chew going around the platform that he is standing on. This frame should work, yeah. Let's see. Oh, he's not buffering the roll. Damn, nice. Really nice execution from Brad's side.
That was ridiculous.
That was really fast. We don't see many people not buffering this roll. From safe setup to not safe execution. How many frames did he have to roll? Like, I think 2/ is only 2 frames, right? It's not like the bonk. And it was one after third black, so it for sure didn't have three. That was
Yeah,
nuts.
that's only 2 frames for the roll, and one frame after third.
So Brad here has to defeat Bongo in kind of a normal way. So he has to stun the hands and then hit Bongo's eye. And what we'll see later on when Smoker gets there, N64 actually has different options to do that, which is the entire reason that Smoker has been getting the bombs before. So with bombs, he's going to be able to go much faster for the Bongo fight. We'll see that later. Well, Smoker going for a super slide here. And climbing to magic right now. With the Waltella being pretty nice so far. Really nice
Both
RNG. He could
Waltellas.
climb like completely straight up. Really, really nice.
Oh my goodness. This is
The
like the
bonks are really
nicest
rad.
Waltellas ever.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, Smoker has some time to get back. So Aussies get good spiders. I didn't know about that. So Brad was still like 15, 20 seconds away from his personal best, which 117 is a really, really good score.
Oh yeah.
But I think it must be that his PB had mute boat skip, because otherwise he would have saved like a minute. All of it was pretty clean, so I don't see. Yeah, it was probably a PB with new boat skip, if it's still new. And Smoker grabbing magic with the wonderful fairy. Alright, so now that Brad is done with Shadow Temple, he's gonna be going through pretty much the same thing that the Smoker just showed us. So right now he's gonna be heading to the Dongo Cavern and grab the bombs, if I remember correctly. Okay, so Smoker making his way to Minuet, he just has to... I think he's gonna backflip over Mido, right? Oh yeah, and he has no hook shot, so... Oh, he's using the slash method. So he's slashing so that when he's gonna press A and down for the backflip, it's not going to talk to Mido. You can do that with double C up too, or with a hook shot. And Brad jump slashing his way into the Dongo Cavern. Smoker has bad health. Oh yeah, he's gonna have to damage once. I guess in a race. Oh, he's gonna damage like that? Okay. So he needed Alpha Hard. He could have saved one bomb and just run into the moblin. It would have been slower. And once again, blowing Link on the first frame of the cutscene, and then he can save, but still grab the reward. And Brad going through one of the most satisfying sequence of the Dongo Cavern, which is the backflip up the rocks. I don't know why it feels so good, but... and going to the left side, which is technically optimal since on the next room you want to go to the left, so you may as well open the door on the left and come from the left so that you're not crossing. Okay, so after Minuet, Smoker is back to Hyrule Field, and he's going to go through Kakariko Village just to he's gonna go do the Damper race, get the hook shot, and then go to Shadow Temple as we just saw Brad do. While Brad is grabbing the bombs, still a really good run. I guess he could have used explosives to get through CAC faster, but in a race, you kind of want to save them in case something bad happens. No, I am wrong. Warps is really a category that puts some difficulty in how you're going to manage your explosives. And be it bombs or bomb chew, you can't really cheat your ways into having more. So I guess it's pretty normal that they're going to go a little safe on some of these. Yeah, for example, we see Brad not attempting any super slide or Hess in this place, which is usually pretty common.
That's interesting, actually. You normally see players go for a Hess or at least like a super slide.
Yeah, I was checking on his PB earlier, and he didn't do it on his PB either. So I wonder if it's part of his bomb management. Maybe he doesn't need to grab bombs at Dampe or farm bombs in the graveyard. Which you can't really do on VC because you don't have them. Okay, Damper race is done for Smoker, and he's gonna be grabbing the hookshot now. He's been playing really good between bombs and minuet, and even hookshot was pretty clean, so he's not losing much right now. But Brad has also been playing really good, so it's gonna be hard to catch up. I think they still have something like a big minute difference, if not more. Oh, and I see some questions about the routing in the chat. It's gonna be made all clear when you guys see a Smoker defeat Bongo. I think it looks even faster than it actually is. The difference has to be like 20 seconds from the figures that I usually hear. I haven't timed it.
The difference between the two routes?
No, just for Bongo. The Bongo 5, like, unloaded and loaded. It's
fast Bongo versus regular Bongo is 40 seconds.
Oh, it's 40? Oh, then
yeah, that's a lot of time. It's like 35 to 40 seconds. I'm pretty sure it's 40 seconds.
Yeah, because you don't get the entire intro, you don't need to get ISG, you don't need to stun. It makes it really, really fast. Okay, Smoker making his way into Shadow Temple while Brad is rolling to Minuet. Oh, and we just saw Brad. Oh, he actually re-angled. I thought he was doing the strap that you keep the angle from climbing until the end. And pulling the bomb. It all went perfect. Cool. Oh, Smoker missed the one cycle on Dead Hand. So on Dead Hand boss, you have some kind of phase in which you can directly hit him with the sword into his face, and then he's going to turn around and slowly go back into the ground. While he's doing this little animation of going away from you, you have a little window so that you can keep hitting him. During the jump slash, you have a chance if you're at the good distance and good timing to get 2 hits from it. If you get those 2 hits, then you'll have the dead hand in just one cycle. And Smoker going for a Chew Mega Back for the boat skip, which is gonna make his Chew count
Ooh,
same
he's a
as...
frame late. Not as bad chew count. Well, it's still okay, but he lost a.
Yeah, it's really bad to lose a Chew in this route. Did he safety save?
I hope so. Oh my god.
I think he did, because he just reset a console. Yeah, 2 Chews lost was really much. So he must have been doing some... Yeah, he has a safety save in Shadow. I'm not sure if he defeated Dead Hand yet or not. And in the meantime, Brad is going to go over the Gerudo Bridge. So, which tech is he gonna use? He's gonna S? No, he's gonna Super Slide. Very well executed. And the only downside of Super Slide is that when you need to turn, then it gets kind of slow, but that was almost a straight line, so it doesn't matter so much. Oh, he's going for the old gate skip. That's nice. So he's gonna get caught by the guard so that he can get into the Gerudo jail. Oh, and Smoker missed the frame again. Is he gonna retry? Okay, Sim situation is just before. He's 1 Chew down. And he can't really miss that one. Okay, good pause. Oh, and he gets the frame. Brad having just perfect execution on the gate skip. So that was probably a good choice from him, and that saves him quite a bit of bombs too. I didn't think about that. And he's not going for the Hess, which saves an equip. The Hess in Wasteland is something you see a lot in runs because it saves an incredible amount of time. We kind of cut it in half because there's a big house in the middle, and it's about 20 seconds for each house that you Hess.
Looks like Smoker experiencing some difficulties getting the Shadow BK set up. Jeez.
He's having the good frame here. Oh, and he got the ledge grab first try. That's nice. So right now on Smoker screen, we're going to see how N64 handles Bongo. Missed ISG. ISG is not really necessary though. Okay, got it.
Nice.
Now he's dropping a bomb into the hole, which is going to load Bongo just before he jumps in. And now he's damaging Bongo with ISG. Brad was quick spinning in Wasteland to just trying to get some clear view, really? I mean, I've heard that on some CRTs or on some whatsoever setups, it can get really hard to see where you are in the Wasteland. And quick spin is kind of a safe way to just push the blur a little bit so that you can see. He's a rusty boy. Okay, we'll give him that. So we're grabbing the heart and going into the cutscene of Shadow Temple while we will see Brad trying to achieve Spirit Hover. I think that's gonna work. Wow, really nice Gwei Hover. Okay, now his turnaround. So you're seeing Brad just hover up in the air. What is happening? So he has the infinite sword glitch, and if he is shielding damage in the air, then Link will stay stuck at the height that he shielded damage. So he's doing that with backflips so that he can gain height and actually land on the seam, then walk up a little bit, and he should be able to hookshot the chest where silver gauntlets are. So he doesn't want this chest, he wants to get into the other side, so he's gonna super slide across with the hover boots. And perfect, really nice. And there you get the mirror shield, and you also skip a good amount of the spirit temple. Yeah, I was scared for the toucan to show up when he was actually trying to walk up the seam. What was that strat of waiting behind the throne?
I don't know how he didn't die right there. I really died. I was certain that that knuckle was going to hit him. I don't understand. That's like lucky.
There's a weird thing that happens, like when the knuckle is actually destroying the throne, it looks like Link cannot die from it. Like the damage is not the same, and then there's a bunch of hearts like popping out of it every time. I don't think it's even RNG. So I don't really know in which order things happened, but he didn't take the full damage, then grab a couple hearts.
Ice bomb RNG. Holy cow. Jeez.
I think he's set. He's gonna go straight up. Yeah. Smoker gets the standing S so that he can go through Hyrule Field. It's really important to get a slide, so either a Hess or a super slide in there. It's going safe with the angle change even on N64. I mean, it's a race. You don't want to be shaky and just miss it. I don't have numbers for how much it saves in Hyrule Field, but it must be big. Who was asking how to do boat skip? Was it Brad? No way. Oh, is it too late for dropping? No, it should be fine. Okay. So a really scary Spirit Temple BK skip on Brad's side, while Smoker is going through the bridge with a Mega Side Hop. Oh, that doesn't get the Super Slide. He has a backup? Oof, very nice. He has to take care of health management right now, but I think he's back to good. And there goes a second try. It's a really hard way to skip the boss key for Spirit Temple, but it's also a really fast way.
Yeah, most people opt to do statue climb now, so it's kind of rare to see this version of the Spirit boss key skip anymore.
Yes, Statue Climb has a lot more people going for it at the moment because you actually have a lot more leverage on how you want to, we could say, customize the strat. Like Statue Climb, you can make it really easy or beginner friendly or things like that. For the Super Slide BK skip, it's pretty straightforward. Like, there's a couple things you have to go through, and there's not really much leverage you could have to make it more simple. And Smoker getting gate skip, he also went for the, what I would call the old gate skip, or should we say the hover boots gate skip, which saves 2 bombs. So it's not too bad of an idea. And the Nabur fight, starting on Brad's side. Positioning looks good. He's gonna go for it. Oh, he's not skipping it. Okay.
Probably the smart thing to do because it only saves like 23 seconds if you get it, but if you don't get it, you lose like 6 minutes.
Yeah,
A lot of
he
time
would
lost.
be back. He would be back at Mirror Shield, basically.
Actually, no, he wouldn't. He would be at the beginning of the temple.
Oh, it's at the beginning of the temple?
Yeah, if you died in
Oh,
that
that
room
would
and you
be a
spawn at the
lot
beginning,
of time.
it's bad.
Smoker getting into some setups for the second half of Wasteland, the one that no one likes. And it seems to be going fine. Oh no! Smoker just voided in Wasteland so close to the end. He was gone through the rough patch and then just started going to the right side too early. And Brad is preparing to use his Mirror Shield against Twin Rova. Twin Rova has some kind of RNG in when they decide to shoot and what is the time distance between two shoots or shots. But he's in a pretty comfortable position right now. Although, with 3 hearts, would one hit of Rova kill you? I'm pretty sure it would. It's gotta be 3 hearts. Pretty fast second shot, but the other one is pretty far. He managed to get it, so that's 2 hits. He needs 4 to get to the second phase. While Smoker is entering Colossus, and we'll see if he goes for Spirit Hover, but he's been managing his choose from the beginning of the game, so it should be in that optic. Oh my god, just one more lucky shot on Brad's side. He couldn't see the target at all, but it went well. Alright, so Smoker is gonna go for killing the toucan and just starting with a bomb. Unlock the camera successfully. I'm always scared when they do bomb hovers too much before turning around that the Gui is actually gonna show up. Oh, it's right there. Damn. What happened? What was this strat on Smoker's side? He was kind of wiggling his shield somehow and it killed the Gui. Why not? Oh, he still needs some height. Okay, he's deciding that it's not gonna happen and he's just gonna go inside of Spirit. It's true that his other options were kind of complicated to imagine, so he could Super Slide here. He gets it. And now he could clip into the silver block. And very nice. So Brad is going into the cutscene of Spirit Temple. Brad is on a pretty good run. He lost like a minute in Spirit, but I don't really know where. Oh, that's when he failed the BK skip. He failed one. But honestly, that's still a really solid run. Oh, by the way, the routing differences should be kind of equalized once they're heading to Spirit Temple. So right now, you see Brad being in the cutscene and Smoker going for the boss. And that kind of represents the actual state of the race. He's running up against a triple in PB. Brad's best possible time is 1:17:58 right now. And his PB is 1:17:14. Okay, so on Smoker's side, we're going to see statue climb that. Oh, not yet. Not quite yet. I'm mistaken. Because you would start statue climb from the same exact hand. But right now, he needs the mirror shield, so he was actually there just to grab a key. I forgot about that. So here we see Brad using the minuet that he was collecting just before, like a good 20 minutes before, so that he can head to Forest Temple. The main goal of Forest Temple is going to be to grab the bow. And the bow is mainly so that we can use light arrows on Ganondorf once again.
Yep. It's funny how a lot of this category is just kind of built on the fact that you need to shoot Ganondorf with one light arrow.
Yeah, that's true, and that blocks you into doing a lot of time expensive things. But it's probably also why this category like stays so strong. So Smoker is going to enter the Knuckle room that is guarding the mirror shield. He has two options. He could fight the Knuckle, which I think he's going to do. Or he could do Throne Climb. He's gonna fight the Knuckle. That was a little scary. But okay, he's gonna get there. Brad getting into the first Stalfos fight of Forest Temple. So you can see Stalfos die in 3 hits here. That's because the crouch stab doesn't have a power value, like it doesn't have a hit assigned. So what it does is it actually takes the damage from the previous attack and assigns it to the crouch stab. So this way, Brad just had to jump slash once when he entered the room, and then by just using crouch stabs and nothing else, was able to reproduce the same damage and actually 3-hit every Stalfos. It looked like Brad almost clipped into the mines here. And here we see a very big shortcut of the Forest Temple. He's able to get into that platform. So he gets hit by a bomb, and the bomb is pushing him out of the platform. So Link, when he gets out of the platform, is supposed to start jumping. And by putting the hover boots on a precise frame, this jump is actually going to be enhanced in a way that he is able to grab the, how could we call that, the the upstairs place. I have no clue how to say that. And here we just saw him with a couple of ground jumps, being able to make his way through a very long maze that he could have not done differently because actually his Link didn't get any strength upgrade, so he can't move any of these blocks.
Yeah. Let's see how Smoker's statue climbing.
That should climb, yeah.
This should be a good frame to jump slash. Nice. Second frame.
Nice. Okay, he's in there, 16 bombs for the BK skip, while Brad is going for the fight. 2 more Stalfos and he gets the bow.
Yep, as long as he doesn't get killed.
Oh, he got it. Really nice. So the way that you just saw Smoker go through the door is... so it's called a ground clip. What you want to achieve is get enough speed downwards and also enough speed horizontally. So what you're going to do is you hover out of 2 bombs, so it puts you a little high up, and then you place a bomb in front of you. Then what you're going to do is, just before the bomb is going to blow up and hit Link, you're going to cancel your hovering. So Link is going to drop from his height, get downward speed, and then the bomb is going to push him horizontally, so he's going to get the horizontal speed from that. When you combine both, then it's enough to clip into the ground of the door, and he can get to Naboru. That was a really, really clean forest from Brad, though. His Stalfos fight were super clean. Really close to the spawn of every Stalfos every time. And now Brad is going to be collecting the actual light arrows by watching a very long cutscene overall. What you need to get this cutscene to pop is to have the Spirit Medallion and the Shadow Medallion. The game actually does not check for any other. You would be supposed in a casual playthrough that you have done all of the other dungeons because they would lead you to Shadow and Spirit. But with a couple skips, you just need Shadow and Spirits. And once again, it is all made so that you can shoot 1 light arrow to Ganondorf.
See how Smoker's Twin Rover fight goes here while Brad's in Lex.
I think he has very low health, but anyway, 1 hit would kill, I'm pretty sure, a Twin Rova. I'm not entirely sure.
I think, like, usually you're here on a health. I mean, it doesn't matter. You're going to die because you never have full health in this fight, and you're on a health that's like 2 hearts at maximum.
Yeah, and the attacks, they do 2 or 3 hearts or something like that.
Yeah, it's bad. Ooh, bad RNG.
I've always showed up there with half a heart. Oh, that's a double. Oh, he didn't get it.
Misses it, though. Oh, jeez. That's not good.
I think he's playing it safe, just trying to not die and restart Spirit.
Yeah, restarting Spirit would be a tragedy.
Oh my god, Rova just trolled and just did not hit. Okay, that looks pretty good. Gets it. On Brad's side, you have a little flashback of how strong Princess Zelda is. And Smoker almost died again, right? Oh, he's so much on the edge. Oh, and that's a lucky comeback of the ice. Was that 3 hits? I think that's 3. No, he doesn't remember either. I think it's 1 more. Oh, it's on the left. Can that hit? Oh, it did not. Okay, it's a double, so it kind of pays back. Not too much time loss. And he should be able to start the second phase now. Yeah, he is. Brad getting the light arrows. Second phase on Smoker's side, so he's getting the fire. If I remember correctly, fire is more laggy than ice.
Yeah, fun fact as well, the fire and just the effects in general on N64 are way more pronounced than they are in V.
Oh yeah, on VC they pop out less? I had no clue. Alright, Brad just got light arrows, so he is equipping them and he's going to go load the entrance to the castle. So in the casual playthrough, you finish all the dungeons and then you get the light arrows. And the next thing you want to do is go to Ganon's Tower. Ganon's Tower is going to have like a mini dungeon that we're going to call Trials with the exact same symbols as the dungeons that you would have been beating in the game before. So it's a lot of rooms with a lot of things to do. But there's a way to actually skip that. And Smoker is done with Spirit Temple around 107. Yeah, I don't know when's a good time to actually equip the light arrows. Do you need to equip anything else?
Well, depends on the trial skip you do. Like, if you do the Mega Side Hop trial skip with hover boots, you can equip it then, but if you do the
Sure.
staircase, it's typically best to do it during the Ganondorf fight.
Yeah, in his PB, Brad was doing it with 2 bombs. Yeah, exactly as he's trying right now. Oh, very well. Very nice. It's really hard to do it with 2 bombs. Like, you really don't want to miss ISG. Playing ZL does damage? No, I cannot believe that. But it could be true. Okay, some more Stalfos. Brad has been really good on Stalfos. Oh my god, that one got annihilated. 1, 2. One more hit. Wow. His Stalfos fight are really good. And I think he's trying to avoid the nut drop. Well, the nut drop right now is really far away, but he did not collect nuts in the entire run, so if he was to grab them on the ground, then he would have like this tiny, tiny cutscene of putting the nuts over his head. That looks like a double knuckle. Gone wrong. This is scary. Oh my god. Whoa. I think I heard of an old technique that involved jump slashing and backflipping, but I had never seen it. Brad's knuckle fight was really scary. But he's through. And now going to Ganondorf. Getting the staircase fast. Okay, I think he's just gonna go rolling now. 2 tries. And Smoker is fighting 2 Stalfos with less than 1 heart, so if he gets any hit, he's dead. And he's back at the start. Oh, wow. At the start of the Forest Temple, how did he survive that? Okay, it just happened. He survived and now gets a key and can go on. Is Smoker gonna do anything about health? I don't think so. He's gonna be at... Oh, that's cool. I kind of like the strats of getting this clip on the by starting on the left. So what you just saw, the way that Smoker went through this block is that he was falling on the edge of the block, and what Link does in this case is that he's gonna grab. But what you do is that you place a wall in front of you, and at the very first frame that Link is in the animation of grabbing, you can use target, and it's gonna retarget to the wall that's in front, and it's gonna make you grab. Oh my god. It's gonna make you grab on the inside of the block. I was watching Brad getting his ping pong game. Wow. I couldn't see the ball being deflected by Ganondorf, but I could also see that Ganondorf didn't get hit, and it was quite scary. And green blood it is on Brad's side, so you just saw Ganondorf coughing. That's one of the differences between versions. On version 1.0, the blood for the coughing was actually red, and I would have a strong guess that it's been removed because it was supposedly too violent. And Smoker just been doing the scary rolls in Forest. You really don't want to miss that. Oh, he's going really safe. He doesn't want to get hit by a bubble here. And I would guess that his plan is to actually like run for a pot that has a fairy in the Stalfos room, but the Stalfos are gonna be loaded, so I could be mistaken. Maybe he has another option. I just don't see it now. On Brad's side, we're gonna see Brad doing void warps. So if you were there in a casual playthrough, you would have to climb down the entire tower while it's with Zelda.
Oh jeez.
Oh, he's fighting with point 2?
Oh,
So
jeez.
Brad is now hanging and it's gonna get pushed by the bomb. And now you can see he's kind of out of bounds. Oh, did that fail? Oh, that failed.
Oh no.
He
That's like
landed on some upper structure, so he was supposed to land much lower. And then he could have made his way to like the very last exit of the castle, but it didn't happen. So now he has to back it up.
I actually don't think I've ever seen that way of failing in the unloaded room there. Oh no, he messes up the backup.
Mm, I think it's because he didn't go for the jump slash. He wanted to play it safe and just what is that setup?
It looks like he's forgetting how to do the oof. That's not
And he's
good.
deciding that he prefers to get the super slide, not to shoot 10 arrows at Ganon. Okay, so
Um,
on Brad's side, you will see what he tried to avoid and what he will now go through. While Smoker is just starting the light arrow cutscene already. Do you see that on Smoker's screen?
yes, he's playing another game while in lax.
How is that called? It's pinball or something? He was going for the 2013 BC backup, forgot it, and is now going for the 1998 backup. The Almighty. I don't know what happened to this race, but Brad is jumping around, doing collapse. Is Smoker good at pinball? Is he even playing? Oh yeah, he is. So some more Stalfos. Brad has been incredibly good at Stalfos today. Let's see if that keeps going. Missed a couple hit. I probably jinxed it. Okay, the other one just needs one. There we go. And that's what I told you guys he was trying to avoid, but it's not that much. It's a couple seconds. Something that Smoker, for example, doesn't have to take care of because he has been grabbing the Deku nuts from the very start of the run. So it wouldn't matter too much. And I think down this staircase is actually the loading zone that he was trying to hit, or maybe the next one. I think Brad is just playing smart. I don't know if he knows how much ahead he is, but that could have been driving his decision.
No,
Oh, setup kiss.
the thing is though, like it's way faster to just do void warp than do the super slide into Ganon. So, I think he just forgot the backup.
Oh, with the two. Oh, okay. You think he didn't remember the setup to actually back it up, not
Yeah,
from initial position.
exactly.
It could be. Okay, pinball session is done on Smoker side, and he is about to receive the almighty light arrows. Well, we can see Brad is in a cutscene that the tower is collapsing, and you can see all of these rocks that are kind of like jumping around in the air. It's going pretty well on Brad's console because it's a Wii Virtual Console, but you will see it on Smoker side. This part lags very much, let's say. Very, very much on Nintendo 64, and it's part of what we were saying in the timings. It's very blurry because uh, strats are not equal to what's really happening between different consoles, and Nintendo 64 is losing a lot on this part. Oh, okay, so Brett couldn't remember the backup. And gets the super slide. Now he only has to hold R, which is the shield button, so that he does not lose his sword during this little intro cutscene of the fight. So the reason why in Ocarina of Time there's so many ways to interact with cutscenes and other instances like that is because due to memory limits, the cutscenes are actually played with the characters of the game. So the way that you make Link enter something is also going to be the initial position that the cutscene is gonna take control of him. So you could influence that and keep the Master Sword. The Master Sword actually gets the first phase in 4 hits, if I remember correctly. No, that's 3. If you were to have any other weapon, which the game wants you to, it would take you 10 hits. Smoker about to open the Rainbow Road, while Brad is on the very last phase. Should be a 122. And that's gonna be timed really soon. No, I haven't, Andy. I just watched people do it. And GG, Brad with 121.
Solid race time.
It is really, really solid. Especially for someone that was supposed to be rusty. It was really, really good. Like, very, very consistent. Brad was still like 25 seconds within his personal best at Mirror Shield, which is 45 minutes in.
Looks like Smoker's going for almost trial skip over here.
Oh yeah, that's a trail skip that we don't see that often. So there's a way to get out of bounds by being pushed out by this little statue.
Nice. There we go.
And then in this unloaded room, the barrier that actually blocks the entrance is gone. Or it's not loaded. So he can just step in. And he's going to be in the center of the tower that will lead him to the fights. One more hit on Lizalfos. Pretty good. Now is going to be time for Smoker's best friends. And that was a really fast first one. I think this first one always spawns at the same time. Everyone is just ganking him super easily. And grabbing the boss key. The next room is going to be the Knuckles. I wonder if Smoker goes for double Knuckles.
I don't actually think so. If my memory is correct, it's been a while since I've seen him do not.
Yeah, he's going one by one. Oh, it's getting scarily close to the other. Okay, it's going really good right now. Okay, and Smoker's gonna be progressing to the Ganondorf fight now. He would have enough bombs to use them on the staircase, but I doubt he is going to do it. Is he? Oh, he's going for it. Damn. First try goes forward, and now he decides to go rolling. Okay. Smoker just entering the Ganondorf fight, where health gets restored completely. And in this fight will be the only and very restrictive use of the light arrows. So the light arrows are used to actually stun Ganondorf so that he gets down to the ground. What happens in the fight is that he starts levitating, and if you're far enough, then he'll start some kind of a tennis game with you. Then once you win that, he's gonna be hit, and there's your option to shoot a light arrow. If you don't, then you have no way to damage him. If you do, then Ganondorf will go to the ground, and then you can, if you space very well your hits, you can stun lock him to make it in just one cycle, and you don't have to play tennis anymore. So as you see, Smoker just climbed up and is not moving much. The reason for that is if you're moving too much to the center of the platform where Ganondorf is levitating, then he will just try to push you out with some kind of a punch to the ground, which is what is happening off the camera right now, and that's why there are some blocks that are missing. There, you just saw it. That quick spin was really early. Okay, so we can see how much lag is into N64, and the stun lock is happening with ISG and the bow. Now, hopefully, Smoker is able to show us Void Warp, which Brad didn't. But 121.55 with going down the tower, this is nonsense.
Hello. Hello.
Hey,
Hey, Brad.
how's it going, Brad?
Hi.
So, what'd you think?
Oh, we
of
got
that
some
run?
echo.
You have echo? Like you
Or
can hear
was
the...
it? Oh, it's because I was listening to your stream, my bad.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you heard me, but I was asking, what did you think about that run?
It was better than I thought. I practiced for like an hour before. I haven't played in like half a year probably, but I don't know. It went pretty well. I was surprised that I didn't remember the backup setups for Void Warp, but yeah,
Did
it's
you know
just
you were ahead when you decided to actually not back it up and go down the tower?
yeah, I knew that I was ahead, and that was probably
Okay.
just the best decision instead of just butting my head against a wall and waste all my bombs on that. Because I've done stuff like that in races before, so it's just all about making the right decisions.
So if you want, Smoker just failed the initial setup, so he's gonna do the backup right now.
Okay.
Oh, is he getting trolled? Oh, he's getting rock trolled. So actually, when Link is hanging in there, he has to wait for the bomb to blow up, which is what, 3.7 seconds or something like that.
Yep.
But there's a small, very small chance that you actually get hit by a rock that is going to send you somewhere else than what you want. And this would just happen. And in order to save that, Smoker has to. I mean, the best option is to actually make Link die, and then he can try again. He has 7 bombs, so it's still not a stressy situation for him. That should do. Okay. And then once he's in this unloaded room, he has to make his way. This looks pretty good.
Um.
Yeah, that
Wow.
worked.
I honestly didn't think he was gonna make.
Really?
Yeah, the downright seems so sharp.
And there he arrives at the very end of the collapse tower completion. But yeah, so Brad, you lost like 2 minutes 30 to do that, and it's still like 122, like a very late 121, which is really, really good. It's been solid. Like I can't really name many mistakes in Brad's run beside Spirit BK skip that just failed once.
Yeah, yeah, I was more than pleased with how I performed, I think. Most of my muscle memory and just like basic stuff is still pretty good.
Yeah, escape was super clean. It's 15 seconds ahead of your personal best.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
the whole Master Sword, like up to Master Sword, was really really solid.
Thank you.
Then it looked like you were still on PB pace even after Mirror Shield, so that was good.
Yeah, I think I was. And honestly, my Mirror Shield gold was laughable, I guess, because I only lost like 3 seconds or so to the gold. But I didn't do
Oh,
like Wasteland Hess at all, which I normally probably would have gone for it, but I just didn't want to since I wasted a bomb trying to Hess to Gerudo. But so yeah, that's definitely improvable. But yeah,
yeah,
the
you had
straight
a
in
couple
second.
strats to save bombs. Like both of you guys went for the hover boot skate skip, which saves 2 bombs, and
Oh,
then
I totally forgot that there was a new gate skip.
Speaking of strats, do you have any plans of implementing statue climb, or are you gonna stick with super slide spirit BK?
Yeah, I'll consider it for the tournament. I didn't well, I want to say I didn't have a chance to play OT, but I did have a chance to play OT before tonight. I just didn't. And so I had like an hour to get ready for this, so I just did what I already knew. But yeah, I'll probably learn all the new strats and stuff.
Spirit Super Slide is still faster. It's just risky.
How much time does the statue climb stage?
I
Uh,
mean,
statue climb is roughly 7 seconds slower than pause perfect super slide spirit BK skip.
so just one pause to equip the hover boots. But
Okay.
saying that, like, I have not seen anyone do the statue climb that is done in the timing. Like, you need to climb up the elbow of the statue without ISG, pull the bone really, really early. Like, a fast statue climb is really not easy. So I would say realistically, yeah, it's got to be those 7 seconds, even for a couple pausing on Super Slide. But it still has to be timed. I haven't seen video or any of
Oof.
that.
Looks like we're getting a slideshow. Smoker dies. That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
oh no.
That's not good. Dang. It was turning into a slideshow before then.
Oh, okay, okay. I was just scared. I was watching and I was like, no, he's not dead. He's doing the super slide. I thought he just took a hit from Ganon.
Looks like Smoker is done. So thank you very much, Smoker, for that race, man. Appreciate that. GG's.
Oh, Drew. GG Smoker. Congratulations, everyone. Okay, so I don't think there's any race coming up. No, the next ones are on other days. So that's gonna be it for us, I would say. Is Maggie around? I guess he is. What is this? Okay.
I'm here. I just had to find the right window. And for some reason, it thinks I was in the race. Great. Oh, I know why. Huh.
Hey, no worries.
And now it'll disappear if I refresh the window. Just seeing if Smoker wanted to talk with us or not.
I don't know.
I feel like that's gonna be a no.
Yep, that's a no. He
'cause-
just said it in chat.
Yeah, because honestly,
Hmm.
losing, just dying there is always just the worst. At least for me mentally. So yeah, I think we've already asked Brad most of the questions that we had for him. Can't really think
I
of
think
anything
so.
else.
It was a really, really solid run for someone that was supposed to be rusty. And I guess with some practice, it could be a very decent opponent. Next match for Brad is going to be either against Tsundere, the Japanese runner, which is a legend, and Ike, which Ike is from the US, I'm pretty sure. And in terms of seed, yeah, Tsundere has a 118.08. I think it's still the same PB as the old one, and Ike is like a low 120.
It's gonna be really cool to watch those runs. Make sure to stay
Yeah.
tuned for any of the rest of the race. But this is all mostly like just round one, so gotten a lot of hype so far, and it's not even to the latter part of the bracket. So
Yeah,
definitely
it's crazy how the seeding was supposed to put very big differences in level for the first round, and it ended up having pretty close races.
Yeah, that is really nutty.
Yeah, I think Andy
Okay.
showed me one between like Jelster and someone that was within 1 second.
Yeah,
Mika,
Mikami.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nonsense.
That was a really close race. Both of those guys are pretty equal in skill, though. Like Mikami, after the race was started, he got like a lower 119, and I think Jelster's PB is like a very low 119. So
Mhm.
yeah, Jelster lost because he missed the last jump slash against Ganon.
Really?
I believe so. Yeah,
Jump
I was
slash?
watching.
Hit on tail?
Yep, the last jump slash in the last phase.
Oh no.
He lost by I think he literally lost by like 19 frames.
Yeah, it was 1 second on the reload. It's so close. And then Ganon turned. Yeah.
Brutal.
So that lose like a good 5 seconds. So he must have been ahead for the whole time. Damn.
Yeah. It's honestly kind of uncharacteristic of Jouster to mess up that fight though, because he's like really, really good at it in jump slashes. Like he taught me how to be good at it years ago. Because that was something that he learned as a result of grinding No Wrong Warp way back when.
Yeah, that's true. Because the tail has a weird behavior. Like once you hit it once, then it starts flying much upper. And if you don't hit it, then it goes back to like a cycle that is really easy to crouch stab.
Right.
But after you hit it, then it starts flying around and actually rolling further to U-turn, and go for a jump slash is much safer. But it can still miss.
Yeah, it's pretty safe, like just going for crouch stabs as well. Actually, I think it's really like probably safer overall, but depends on how good you are at the strats.
And so sadly tonight we have one less representative of the Nintendo 64 No I Am Wrong Warp category. And we have a virtual console player going on. Are second rounds played like within the next weeks? I know Valiant wanted his, but for the other ones I'm not really sure. I think we're still doing round one for the next weeks.
Yeah, typically the way it works is once the bracket shows 2 people that are playing against each other, it's up to them to schedule it within the following week and follow it up.
Okay, that's why Valiant and Mika can be scheduled from now. That's cool.
Yep. Alright, so I'm going to head out. I need to go to bed. But thank you guys for being here.
Hey, thanks a lot, Smash.
Alright. I'll head out too.
And I will head out too. And yeah, special thanks to Valiant for organizing the tourney. Pretty fun.
Yeah, definitely. Shout outs to Valiant for awesome tournaments so far.
Mm-hmm.
And all the contestants, of course.
And congrats, Brad, for today. Really solid.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
With Void Warp, I think that you're welcome. I think with Void Warp that would have been a sub 120 actually.
Yeah, it would have been, but oh well.
You'll get it next time.
Everything.
Yep.
All right, see you guys later.
Ciao, ciao.
Alright, yeah, thank you everybody for watching Zelda speedruns tonight. For those of you interested in other than the No IM WW, there is actually tomorrow the second North American time zone qualifier for the randomizer tournament in Season 2. I think it's the third qualifier overall, so that's tomorrow. And keep an eye out for the channel for when that starts, or if you're participating, then good luck. And see you all tomorrow or next time. Have a good night.